It's my belief that life on this earth consists of a series of seasons that blend from one to another, sort of like chapters in a book. On today's episode, I'll share with you about something in my own life. It's a change of season in my corner of the world. My name is David, and welcome to the DaveCast. So in the spring of 2024, I had some time on my hands. I was helping out in a little church over in Lake City, South Carolina. And I had an opportunity. I can't remember if I called them first or if they called me. I think I called them first. But I had an opportunity to get on the list of substitute teachers for Clarendon Hall School. If you don't know where that is, that's in Summerton, South Carolina. And if you don't know where Summerton, South Carolina is, it is right on I-95 between Santee and Florence. Maybe that'll help some of you. So I went to that school in the spring, and I just started subbing. And basically, I would serve where I was sent. Different classes would need me. If a teacher was out sick, if a teacher had to go out of town for something, I was one of the guys they would call. And I remember my time was mostly in the high school department. And I really, really enjoyed it. The kids were great. The class sizes were small. And it was it was neat to get into that school. I was really happy about it. And I just found it to be a really, really cool place. So when the spring term ends, I'm thinking in my head, okay, well, that's it. Summer's here. They're not going to need subs for the summer, obviously. And so I thought, well, that was a fun few weeks. I enjoyed that. And I was like, I'll kind of get on back to my regular life. And so I just thanked Clarendon Hall for letting me sub for a few weeks. And I just kind of said goodbye in my own head anyway. And so, school wrapped up in May. And I went back home and in June, just kind of did my thing. And I thought, I really liked that school. I wish I could get on board there on a more permanent basis. And then July came and I was still thinking, gee, I really like that school. I wish I could get on there on a permanent basis. But, I just thought, well, that was a closed chapter, and that was that. And then one day, right at the end of July, this was about 2 weeks before their school year was going to start, I get a call from a man named Russ Jordan. Mr. Jordan is the head of school at Clarendon Hall, the principal. He's the guy that is running that show over there. And it shocked me. He called, and actually when he called, I didn't answer. I was in another room, and he left a voicemail. And I went and I picked up my phone, and it said, David, this is Russ Jordan. How about give me a call back? And so I very quickly called back. My mind already started racing, like, maybe this is a good call. And I called him back. And it was a really, really neat discussion. Mr. Jordan explained to me that even though it's late in the summer, school's about to start, one of the teachers there was needing to step out of her position because she had a family member that she needed to take care of. And he said, I know it's late in the summer, it's close to the school year, but would you like to jump in and take middle school science? And I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I admitted to him, I said, science is not my best subject, but if you will have me, I would love to jump on board. And jump on board is what I did. I called my wife. We rejoiced over the phone, and I immediately got to work and started getting things ready to become a middle school science teacher at Clarendon Hall. So, when I started at Clarendon Hall in the fall of 2024, it didn't take me long to figure out what a special place I was in. Clarendon Hall was founded by the local community back in 1965. Lyndon B. Johnson was the president. The Sound of Music and Dr. Zhivago were playing in the movie theaters. On the radio waves, Bob Dylan was singing Mr. Tambourine Man, and the Righteous Brothers were singing You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin'. Back then, in '65, Clarendon Hall was founded as a Christian school that stood with the Scriptures and pointed young people to Jesus Christ. And ever since then, well, they've stood by that, not wavering one bit. Yeah, the facilities may be a little bit older, but you know what? They're well taken care of. They're clean and they're safe. And the kids are provided with plenty of space to learn and to grow in a very positive environment. I began to see that this school truly cares about young people. These adults in this community want to see every boy and girl on these special grounds grow in Christ and be the very best that they can be. Yes, spiritually, but also academically, athletically, socially, and in many, many other ways. This school pours its heart into helping kids grow and reach their full potential. It really didn't take me long at all when I started to see that this was not just any ordinary school. No, sir. I realized that Clarendon Hall is a great school that would make a positive impact on the life of any child. They have done that. They are doing that. And I believe in my heart they'll continue to do that for years to come. So there I was, my first year. I'm teaching middle school science to grades 6, 7, and 8. It was really interesting to me, the difference in the mindset between a 6th grader and then a 7th grader and an 8th grader. That was fascinating to me. I had not really worked with kids much. And to be around that was really interesting. But yeah, I'm teaching science, and I will tell you that I was a lot more of a history, religion kind of guy, but I was fascinated with science, and I was really glad that I had the opportunity to go in there and do the best that I could. And so I'm teaching these kids about protons, neutrons, electrons. We're talking about things like gravity, mass, and weight, and all these sorts of things. And I really had a good time with that. I hope the kids learned a little something. I know I did. And so we really worked hard on that together, doing the best we could to learn more about science and this amazing world that God has created. Okay, now I need to share something with you that was a lot of fun back in 24. I have always been a fan of Hawaiian shirts. I haven't always had a chance to wear them as much as I'd like, but I've always liked them. I don't know, they just feel good. You don't have to tuck them in. They're comfortable. They're kind of fun. And so I went to Mr. Jordan and I asked him, I said, Mr. Jordan, on Fridays, because it's a little more casual, can I get your permission to wear Hawaiian shirts? And he said, yeah, you can do that. So when Mr. Jordan gave me permission, I went and told the kids that I'm going to start wearing Hawaiian shirts on Friday, and they should join me. And so I'll just tell you that, some of the kids didn't care, but some of the kids went nuts over this. Some of them, they went home to their moms and dads. They're like, please get me Hawaiian shirts. Some of them had them, but some of them didn't. And it really got to be fun. There were Fridays where some Fridays a lot of kids wore them. And it was neat. Some of these kids would show up with shirts that even matched mine. And I'll tell you one thing. One of the funniest little moments was two little girls, little middle school girls, showed up one day, and they had Hawaiian shirts on, but they also had on the glasses, and it looked like kind of a wig. They were trying to look like me, and it was so funny. And they showed up, and so we stood out in the hallway and laughed. And one of their moms took a picture of us, and I'll never forget that moment. Those children, boy, they were funny. But yeah, Hawaiian Shirt Fridays, that got to be a lot of fun. And Mr. Jordan came to me one day, and he said, you've kind of started something here. And I said, yeah. And every now and then, one or two of the teachers would do it for fun. But, it was not a school-sponsored thing. It was just something for fun. And I really appreciated Mr. Jordan allowing me to do it. And I'm glad that the kids jumped on board and joined me in it. Yeah, Hawaiian Shirt Fridays, that was awesome. Then in May 2025, it happened. I was honored with a special recognition, Upper School Teacher of the Year, as voted on by my coworkers. That meant the absolute world to me. Deanna was there with me to share that special moment, and that plaque still hangs right here in my office today. Thank you, Clarendon Hall. That meant a lot. I mean, man, I was riding high. Things were going so good, and I was asked to come back for the 25 school year. And even to make that better, I was invited to come back and teach Bible and to be the chapel coordinator, which meant I would invite speakers to chapel and be there to kind of help oversee it. I was one of the people overseeing it. And I had the opportunity to announce football games, JV games, and varsity games. And man, I loved announcing football games. Such a great time being a part of that. I played football when I was a teenager in school, and I'm 55 now, and too old to play football, but I was able to still be around at my announcement. I had such a good time announcing football games. To be able to celebrate the good things that these football players and cheerleaders were doing on the field was fun, and it was just a magical, awesome experience getting to announce these games. Truly one of the neatest experiences I've had. And I like calling the games, and I also like getting to play DJ. I got to play music, which was something that nobody knows this. Secretly, I always kind of wished I'd been a DJ. I love music. It was fun to be able to do that. So, man, everything's going great, and I'm riding high, and I'm feeling really good about life. I've got this Teacher of the Year award, and I'm getting to do all these really cool things, and everybody at the school is being so good to me. Mr. Jordan, my principal, is wonderful and supportive, and he's always there when I need him. And my coworkers, top notch. I work with really great people, and the kids have been so supportive, and truly just one of the best seasons of my life. Things were going great. Opportunity presents itself. Some of you don't know this, probably a lot of you don't know this. From 2016 to 2023, I was a hospice chaplain. And I would spend my days going into homes, nursing care facilities, and I would minister to patients and their families who were on hospice care. And many times I was there with people who were in their final moments. Now, some people on hospice would get better and rotate out and they wouldn't need us, but there were plenty of people who I was able to be there with them in their final moments and minister to the spiritual needs of that patient and also the family. And I will tell you, I was with a really great company, and even when things were going great at the school, I remember saying to a couple of my family members in private, I said, there's only one thing that could pull me away from Clarendon Hall. Only one thing. And that is if the good Lord gave me the opportunity to go back and be a hospice chaplain again. That's the only thing. And that opportunity has presented itself. It's the same company that I used to work for. And I have the opportunity to go back with them and to be a hospice chaplain and to join a care team and take care of people who really need it. The main thing I do is I pastor a great church. I serve at Providence Methodist Church, and that's my number one calling. My number one passion is the local church. And I haven't said much about that in this video, but that's the main thing I do. But as a bivocational pastor, I realize that my calling is to, serve the local church and also serve hospice families. And I realize that's my calling, that's my skill set, that's what I tend to be better equipped for. I think it's what I'm wired for in my head and in my heart. And when that opportunity came up, I remember thinking, that's what I need to do. So nothing went wrong at Clarendon Hall. They've been good to me. I feel like I've been good to them. But I'm realizing that that was a good season, but a short season for me. And I'm realizing that for a lot of reasons, some are personal, some professional, for a lot of reasons, it's the right thing for me to do. And so this month, December 2025, when the semester ends at school, I'm transitioning out of school into hospice. I'm rejoining the hospice world. And that is the change of seasons for me. I'm still going to pastor, still going to live where I'm living, but I'm going to be transitioning from the classroom to ministering in homes and nursing homes and taking care of patients who need hospice care. And that's where I'm going. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Mr. David is a really funny guy. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, it made me just grow as a person. I mean, Mr. David, one of the best men I knew.
He's really heartfelt, you know? He's just like...
He's a man of Christ.
Yeah. And not only did his class change me for the better, but his class helped me grow as a person, a student, and a follower of Christ. Not just as a jolly citizen, but as like a person, because it's not just coming from a person who's, I guess, boasting, but a person who really did change my life. But we're all going to miss him. It's going to be very sad
I'm
without
missing
him.
a lot.
No.
Mr. David, just stop. So he has helped me become the man I am today, following Christ, reading the Bible more often now, getting closer with God. Mr. David, just as a man, has taught me so much about how I am going to be when I'm older, and just like my path in life. Him has taught me so much, and I'm going to miss him a lot, and I only hope the best for him in his new job. But he will be missed truly, and I hope for the best for him.
Yeah.
All right.
Signing out.
So, while it is time for me to return to hospice, I just want to say this. I love and appreciate you, Clarendon Hall. You are a shining light for the Lord in Clarendon County. You are a blessing to everyone who walks your halls, and that includes me. You've made my life better and brighter, and with me, I will take a lot of good memories. I'll look back on things and laugh. I'll look back on things and smile, and I'll look back on things and think, I'm glad I was there. I want you to know that I'm always going to be pulling for you. I'll always be cheering for the Saints. And I do want to let you know as I go on to hospice that I will never forget you. I'll keep thinking about you, and I'll keep praying for you. Oh, and one more thing that I need to share with you. I've already talked with the athletic director. It looks like I'll be coming back next fall to announce all the home varsity football games. And I've spoken with another leader in the school, and there's a good chance I'll get to come back and speak some in chapel services. So I'm not going to totally disappear. You'll still be seeing me, and I'll still be seeing you. I love you too much to totally walk away. So I just want to say thank you. I'm here for you. And finally, as I always say, I hope you'll remember to do this. Keep looking up, keep pushing forward, and stay awesome. And go Saints.